Good morning, folks. It's seriously cold here today. Beautiful day. Look at the sun. Absolutely beautiful day here at Longside. We're doing something different today. We're pulling out the RV and we're going to have a flight in the RV. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go around and do some checks. In other words, I need to check the oil, check all the control surfaces, check a few bits and pieces because I haven't flown it for quite a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burp the engine. Now, what does that enable? Well, it enables you to check oil. Because these Rotax engines have got a dry sump, you need to burp engines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a video of this, but it's just turning over the propeller. So the first thing that I need to do is lift the canopy and make sure that the keys are out of the ignition, they're there, and that the ignition switches are both off. Because if I start turning over this propeller, the last thing I want is this aircraft to fire or give a kick. It doesn't do your arms and your legs and your face any good. So I'll just stand this camera here, hopefully you can see it, and we'll just start the burp. So what we do is we turn this engine over extremely slowly past the point of compression. So it's just very, very slowly past the point of compression. So I hope you heard that there just now. That's a first gulp. So we get a second. So that's the second one done. So I'll just take a propeller around so that it's clear of the tow bar. That's the engine burped. So what does that achieve? Well, one is it gives you an oil level, but it also tells you that all your seals and your engine's sealed because it's returning the oil to the oil tank. Which some people do it, some people don't do it, but I always do it on a 912 series Rotax. So that's it burped. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a general walk around and I'm going to check the oil level in here, which it's right at the top of stick. I hope you can see it there. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. So the oil's checked. Most important, put the oil cap back on. So the oil cap's back on and we'll close and lock the hatch. That's the first thing. So I've had a look inside. If you're wondering if I look inside, yes, I've had a look inside. So I'm just having a general walk around. Propeller is in good shape, nothing untoward. The pitot is clear, the cover's off it. Got a little black mark here for some reason. This blade is fine. There's a chip in the back, but it's been there for a while. I just need a touch up. But generally, tyres, there's air in all the tyres. I can quite clearly see that, and because I've pulled it out of the corner, I know if there's anything wrong when I pull it out. If there's any flat tyre, you feel a resistance. So in general, I'm just walking around the airframe, checking to see the bolts underneath. I'm going to check that all the nuts is in place. Just by running my hands along. Bolts is in place there. Bolts is in place. Fuel cap is on. It's full of fuel. We always leave it full of fuel checking that there's no damage at all underneath. Just having a general walk around to make sure there's nothing out of place. There's very little actually to check. Checking the piano hinges here, checking that the pins is in place there, checking that the trim tab bolt is in place. But there's very little to check on these RVs. So just having a general walk around, look at the rudder bolt is in place. I can quite clearly see it there. And I'll just give the rudder a move. Nothing, no problem there at all. Same again, just a general walk around, look into the V here for the flaperons, ailerons, flaps together, making sure the nuts is in place. It's in place there, in place there, in place there. No dents, no damage at all. So, I mean, I'm quite happy now to pull that aircraft out and give it a run up and start it and make sure that I'm getting oil pressure and things like that. So, but I'm waiting for a couple of passengers a day, so it'll be an interesting flight. A couple of guys never flown before, and my son's coming here today as well. So, but that's it. So what I'll do is as well, just to make you aware, so I'll turn on the ignition, the master on. So the master's on. The dyno on screen will fire up. That's it, showing RV12 and things like that. Now all I'm going to do is check if stall warner's working. As you can hear a beep, the stall warner's working. So, perfect. So I'll get this camera set up in a plane. Hopefully we'll record the flights. Okay, bye. Good morning, folks. We're in the RV12, we're going to do a flight. This is Johnny. Johnny's my son's mate, and it's the first time he's been up in a small aircraft. So let's see how we get on. And we're ready for takeoff, so we're going to wait and backtrack down to runway 10 and we'll give longside radio. Longside radio, Golf Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotel is entering at 28 for backtracking for departure on runway 10, longside traffic. Off we go. Off we go. So, fuel pump is coming on. There's nothing in the circuit. I haven't heard anything on the radio, so there's nobody talking to me. I'll just go down the runway, turn round about, and off we go. Send route to Skyview.
Plan updated.
Oh, okay, yeah, so it's sent on to your Skyview
Send it on.
panel.
So that's it, the flight plan's in here.
Pretty good, yeah.
So blocks off.
That'll be a Wi-Fi, isn't it? So
It's Wi-Fi.
yeah.
So when we originally start taking off, you'll find it maybe swinging a wee bit in the runway, but that's normal. Don't worry about that, because in this particular plane it's got a castering nose wheel, so it's nae directly steered. So you're fighting with it with the brakes to keep it straight. But don't worry about it, because it is totally normal.
Okay, that's good.
So we'll begin straight down the runway. We'll get the speed about 45 knots. The nose will come up, and it'll just fly itself. Once we're up at 500 feet, I'll tell you what I'm doing at the time. I'll put away the flaps and we'll continue to climb out with the fuel pump on. Once we reach 1,000 feet, we'll turn and go back and follow our route. Okay,
yeah, sounds
you
good.
happy?
Yeah, happy with that.
Right, happy. Right, so longside radio, Golf Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotel is rolling on 10. So full power. Get set there. There you go, nose is up already. Launch is flying 60.
Flight 71 Charlie, direct flight, keep passing altitude 3,000, climbing flight level 80.
That's gone very quick.
Oh, yes, a brilliant plane.
Yeah.
So we're climbing up at your 500 feet already, so flaps is going away, and we'll just trim nose down ever so slightly.
radar, good morning, 1904, route
Climbing through 600 feet.
1904, Aberdeen radar, roger, what's the check outside for that?
And we'll just turn onto our course.
The traffic service is possible outside. Our survey is about 50 miles offshore.
1904, there'll be a traffic service on leaving Control airspace, take your entry and clean.
That's Peterhead over there.
That's Peterhead. So landing light is coming off.
Charlie, contact Aberdeen radar, sorry, yes,
Climbing through 900 feet. Fuel pump's coming off. So that's us at 1400 feet on a downwind, so we'll just get power back to cruise power. We'll remain out at 1500 feet.
Mr. 45 Hotel, Aberdeen radar, roger, retract to Claymore.
So we're climbing up 1480. So climbing up to 1500 feet, that's it there. The back at power to cruise. So that's us sitting in the cruise now. Now if I wanted to be, I'm obviously flying it just now, but if I wanted to be lazy now, I can just set the autopilot, which I'm going to do. So the autopilot, the first thing I want to do is change altitude to 1600 feet. I'll turn my head in until it's following the track. So that's the autopilot on, it's set up, it's not switched on yet. So all I do is, I've got 1600 feet set, I'm at 1680, so I'll just descend a little bit. I've got my head in set, so all I do now is go Alt, Nav, autopilot. So it's picking up a track, it's turning its sail.
Oh. Fantastic.
So it'll go right onto its track until this line comes in.
Uh-huh. That is brilliant. Doing all the turn itself as well as the controls and turning
Everything, aye.
Fantastic.
Autopilot mode.
So it'll descend itself down to 1600 feet now. So it's starting to come down now. Feel it starting to drop its nose.
Mr. 45 Hotel, what service you be looking for outside Control airspace?
So it's picked up a track. So it's following a track. You'll see it's just slightly altering it round onto the track. And I'm just sitting here monitoring now, that's it.
That's fantastic.
So you're doing a ground speed of 120 knots, just wow.
Then you can sit back and enjoy the view.
You can sit back and enjoy the view because the thing's flying itself.
You have a great range of vision with the canopy compared to the
unbelievable.
other planes, like
unbelievable.
compared to Piper or Cessna.
That's
you don't
right.
have that full range. The only time I've seen this range is in a helicopter, a little helicopter with
That's right.
an R-22, I think. Absolute buzzing.
Once we get the tariff in it, you'll see it changing direction.
Aye.
I'll give you a chance to fly it. Boy, I'm getting that squelch coming through there.
That's better.
So it's obviously Aberdeen.
Approaching waypoint.
So that's it telling it it's approaching a waypoint. So it'll automatically turn itself.
Oh, better get this one. Has she a name? Autopilot. Like Betsy or something. I usually put a name on my car.
That's it turning itself.
I'll have no phone memory when I get back. I'll be all gone, eaten up with the videos.
Oh, we'll get out on the coast. I wondered where our shower was, but I'll get out round about it.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is just disconnect the autopilot just now. That's it, disconnected. Just get ease the power back to about 4800. So a plane is flying now off the autopilot. It's just flying straight and level on its own. So if you just put your hand on the stick, but it's just finger and thumb, that's all you need. If you just hold the stick, finger and thumb, and just put your feet on the bottom bits of the rudder pedals, which is the brown. Just your toes in the brown, that's it. So to climb, it's just ever so slightly, just ease it. If you think you've done it, you've done it. And if to go down, same again. If you think you've done it, you've done it. It's very, and to go right is just
very gentle.
And to go left is the same. It's very gentle movements. If you do it rough or do it too quick, you'll know about it. So what you're looking at is a horizon. Take a reference. So you're flying towards Banff, it's Banff here, and Banff Bridge is in front of you. So if you just aim for Banff Bridge, right? So you've got control, right?
Yeah.
You've got control, and if you want to just climb a little bit, so just ease the stick back towards your sail ever so slightly. That's you start to climb. That's it there. That's start to climb. And you see you're climbing here because your altitude's going up. And same with going down. So going down, if you just ease it forward again. So if you want to make a turn to the right, the first thing you want to do is look around you. There's nobody beside you anyway, because I would see traffic on here. So you always go look around the circle, and then you turn to your right. So it's just a case of ever so slightly touch it to the right, and that's you going right. Now, when you start turning, the nose wants to drop, so you just ever so slightly keep a little bit of back pressure on the stick, and that keeps you level.
Okay, yeah.
So when you turn, it wants to go down. No matter which way you turn, it wants to drop its nose. So you just ever so slightly ease back in the stick. So if you want to roll out a turn at any point, just roll the wings level. So, just at any point you want, roll the wings level. Perfect. Perfect. So, in all flight, we're trying to just fly level, can keep the wings level. So, same again, if you want to turn to the left, just ease the stick to the left very slightly, and just ever so slightly back. So just go left now. And ever so slightly back in the stick once you start turning. Yeah. Fine.
And left again.
You can, well, down the coast, just go out on the coast and go down the coast.
Airfield radar, hello, 716 November Yankee, South 34, definition Zulu, QNH 1005. Platform 110 cleared when ready, flight level 9-0.
Local 16 November Yankee, Avenue radar, morning information Zulu, current, very high approach onto runway 34, you've got about 55 miles to run. Just turn right 10 degrees, put your heading.
Right.
So this is the first step at flying an aircraft that's been able to fly straight and level.
Maybe I'll turn right now.
Aye, when you go. And ever so slightly back when you turn. Just roll the wings level.
On the hand over 2,000 feet, copy Zulu 34, and let's reach Every Lane.
Now if you, that's the stick, right? So your stick controls pitch and turn and roll, pitch and roll.
On my,
and your rudder pedals, they control the yaw. So you can actually turn with the rudder as well.
I'll keep your visor guiding radar contact though.
If you make a quicker turn with the rudder, you would, yeah. Or, yeah, you're more
it keeps you
banking
more in balance. I'll just give you a wee bit more power.
Yeah.
How you finding it?
Nerve-wracking at first, yeah. Literally like of my life in my hands.
Well, you do.
Yeah, it's... But I feel more comfortable now. It's taking the turns is quite...
Taking the bank is
yeah, probably the hardest. Can I try the rudder pedal?
Aye. So put both foot in the rudder pedals, right? And I've got control first, right? Yep. I've got control now. So if I put in rudder, that's one way. And then I can put a rudder in the other way. And you'll notice the nose will always drop. Every time you try to turn the aircraft, the nose will always drop. So what you do with the rudder is, if you were to do a sharper turn, like say around to the right or the left, I'll just demonstrate it. I've got control now.
Yeah.
So I'll just do a sharp turn to the right. So I'll roll it into angle of bank, and I'll also put in rudder.
Bank angle.
So I've got rudder in as well, and I'm just pulling back on that stick to maintain the altitude.
Wow, that's some turn, that.
Bank angle.
Again.
Yeah.
And I mean, I can go over. I mean, the
Bank
bank
angle.
angle on this thing's set too low.
Jeez.
Bank angle.
That's brilliant.
Bank angle. Approaching waypoint. Bank angle.
Very good stability.
Approaching waypoint.
Very good.
Aye.
Barely feel that.
Approaching waypoint.
Oh,
Bank angle.
she's very, very good.
Bank angle.
That's about a 45-degree bank angle turn. And then to
Bank
roll
angle.
out, I just release the pressure on the rudder pedals and just level the wings. That's it.
Levels off.
Then you've got control.
Yeah.
So just fly it down to head towards the lighthouse Fraserburgh, just in front of you there. And just keep try and keep your altitude. This is the most difficult thing that you'll ever do in first time in an aircraft. So just ever so slightly turning. Is to maintain your altitude. So if we can go for 1,800 feet.
Local 167 November Yankee, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
Descent altitude 3,500 feet on 167 November.
Leaving
Around
altitude.
1800.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to change quite a lot. It goes up and down with the airflow.
Leaving altitude.
Moves it.
That's the hardest thing to do is maintain an altitude.
I didn't think of that, like, yeah.
You're turning ever so slightly. I'll just take you back that way a wee bit. The easiest way, then I'll look at this, look at the horizon.
Okay, look at the horizon, right?
The picture that you've got, where's and nose and sort of correspondence to the actual horizon between a sea and a land. If you continue focusing on the horizon, you'll
Leaving
always make a better
altitude.
job out than you will looking at this.
Right, because if they failed, you'll be relying on
you
this.
see more slight movements here than what you'll do. Again.
Where's the lighthouse? Over there? Oh, I see it on the tip.
Aye, right in the tip.
165 degrees downwind, you've got about 30 miles to run.
West 165, that's the next one, 167 November.
If I want to bank left or turn left a bit, left rudder. Pedal.
You didn't need to touch your rudders, to be honest, in this aircraft. And like say Mike, like you need a rudder all the time, but in this aircraft you just use a stick.
Okay.
All the rudder's doing is enabling you to keep that ball in it between the two lines. That's a balance ball. So you're wanting to keep the aircraft in balance, because I'll demonstrate it out of balance. I've got control.
Yep.
So if you're flying along and your aircraft's out of balance, it doesn't feel right, does it?
No, it doesn't.
It's still flying, but the balance balls are way out there. It just doesn't feel right.
No.
But if I wanted to descend rapidly without gaining speed, I can use this. This is what you call side slipping. So if I was to cut a power and say I wanted to descend into this field where the two turbines are, I can pull back a power and I can put hard rudder, and I'm descending very rapidly just now. And I am not gaining any speed. My speed's exactly the same and I'm not gaining any speed.
Leaving
But I'm descending
altitude.
rapidly just now.
Yeah, you lose a lot of lift with it, yeah.
Again.
That way.
And that's out of balance.
Uh-huh.
So if I put aircraft into balance again and just descend normal, watch my speed. Speed's starting to climb.
Oh,
See
yeah.
the difference?
Yeah, I do.
Up our back into level flight again. Climb up to 2,000 feet again.
Yeah, definitely sped up the
Approaching
descent.
altitude.
You went down a lot quicker if you want. If a
Aye.
plan changed or...
Aye, but you end up, if you don't side slip, what it's doing is turning the aircraft into wind, so you've this whole side slowing you down. And if you don't do that, you end up just gaining a lot of speed, Ken.
Yeah.
Right, so it's back to 2,000 feet. Right, so you've got control again. So let's maintain about 2,100, but keep that picture in front of you.
Yep.
And this is Fraserburgh here, so this is Mormont Hill. So once we go round Mormont Hill, we'll head back towards the airfield. You might get a wee bit of bump off a hill here, Ken. The way the wind is today.
I can feel it bumping a bit, alright.
Aye. Sea breeze, Ken, it's a difference in temperature between the sea and the land. when a sea breeze comes in off a sea, it's at a temperature.
Yeah.
Once it hits the land, it wants to rise.
Yeah.
Because the temperature variant again. So this area here, the white area,
Leaving
it's saying
altitude.
my wind is 045 degrees at 25 knots just now. You wouldn't think I'd up here.
No, you wouldn't,
But it's blowing 25 knots again.
100 degrees, 16 November Yankee.
There's just ever so slight turn, and as I say, just a wee bit of back pressure. If you think about it, you've done it again. And you can roll the wings level there.
Even keeping it level is quite tricky.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of the most difficult things you'll ever do.
Very sensitive. That's a good saying, so if you think you've done it, you've done it.
If you think you've done it, it's already done.
Longside radio, Golf Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotels approaching the runway from the north, and I'll be doing a standard overhead join.
Right, so to descend, all I'm going to do, we'll start descending ever so slightly. All I'm going to do is cut back the power.
Yeah.
You just continue flying it as you're flying it, and it'll start descending itself. So the horizon looks different now. Again, it's dropped its nose.
Yeah.
And it's start to descend again. They're descending at about 150 feet a minute at the moment.
Yeah, you can see a lot more of the horizon now. You can tell it's down the nose.
The nose is down now. That's airfield there, you see.
Oh yeah.
There's a pipe yard and airfield.
That looks really close.
Yep. So we didn't want to come down below 1,500 feet. Okay, so I've got control.
Yep. Local church?
Aye, it's alongside village. Chopper there.
Oh yeah. They say that's the busiest airport in the world, Aberdeen,
aye,
isn't
aye,
it?
it's unbelievable.
Based on all the air traffic with the helicopters. That's a lot of sheep.
Aye. A lot of sheep.
Are there Cheviots? Are there Scottish Blackface?
I don't know what kind they are.
Either. So folks.
It's coming this way.
Yeah.
Longside radio, Golf Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotel, I'll just be doing a low pass along the runway.
Well, couldn't have picked a perfect day for flying.
I know. I'm just wondering if that chopper's doing. It wasn't supposed to be out till later on.
Radio transmission on longside radio. Say again, 309 Romeo.
Yeah, it's Golf Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotel, I'll be turning about. Are you guys ready to start your training here now?
AFAR, we start on training, yep. 309 Romeo.
Copy that, 309 Romeo. Just if you're moving away, I'll come in and land at any point, it's not a problem.
Okay, no problem. Are you finished, or you want to continue the circuit, 309 Romeo?
I'm actually finished. I'll come back in and land just to give you a piece if that's okay. Golf to the hotel.
Roger, we're on the runway just currently, so we'll take off and get into the right circuit, let you to land. Thank you very much, 309 Romeo.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll just come in and finals now. Golf to the hotel.
Right, so fuel pump is going on. Hatches and harness are secure.
Just confirm we are still on the runway. You're not taking approach just now, 309 Romeo.
I'm visual with you in the runway. It's not a problem. I'll just maintain out here. Not a problem at all.
Roger, thank you, 309 Romeo.
Runway.
Done the runway here just now.
But they're early doing their training exercise.
That's early, aye. But
309 Romeo, assisting outside runway. Second.
Yeah, no problem at all. Golf to the hotel. Just remaining to the west of the airfield until you're clear.
That's a well protected house there. Well sheltered.
Yep, yep. There's a chopper. Oh, I see him here.
Golf to the hotel, lining up for finals for runway 10 alongside.
Copy, 309 Romeo.
Perfect touchdown just on it. All that area, the colour coded side of it. So
Aye, it's turned red because I'm too low.
oh, okay.
Charlie Kilo Zulu Hotel, active is cleared.
Basic, have a 3 on ready.
Yeah, thanks for your assistance, guys.
Thank you, Michael.
We'll go and get a kettle on again.
Hi. Is that George?
That's George standing there, aye. 1:12.
Maybe it's weather dependent, or
Aye, they're definitely early.
does that mean we can't fly again, or is it kind of...
I'll talk to them once I get into the radio room and see
Have
what
a cup of tea and see,
That's Mark, oh, it's Mark, it's video near, that's George, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ah. Earlier than 2. What kind of missions do they do? Just pilot training?
This is just training.
Rescue training?
Aye, well, sometimes
no,
sometimes they hang weights below the aircraft, can.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh, that was exhilarating.
so autopilot off,
Message.
strobes off.